Hello everyone, it's Chris and we are entering Letchworth State Park. Letchworth State Park is about an hour-and-a-half ride from Niagara Falls. We're in mid-October, which means this is fall foliage season, hence we've got a little traffic here to enter the park. But it should be a beautiful ride today. Letchworth is known as the Grand Canyon of the East. So part of the traffic is that there's a bunch of, I guess they're Mazda Miatas, and they're lining up. Oh, I'm gonna let them go and do their thing. This is pretty cool, actually. You know, you see the Spyder groups have their rides with their Spyders. Go ahead. And we've got Mazda Miatas. So anyway, Letchworth, the Grand Canyon of the East should be pretty today. You can see some yellows here. And the Genesee River kind of flows, I guess it's northerly, and it empties into Lake Ontario at Rochester. And I guess these guys are gonna take a pit stop right here. A neat canopy of yellows here. This is neat. And it looks like since the last time I've been here, they redid this road in spots, which is nice. Letchworth State Park is, I want to say, almost 20 miles north to south. And this Park Road is this winding, that's the name of it, Park Road. It kind of winds you along the gorge, and just to the left of us is the Genesee River and the gorge that makes up this park. And believe me, we're going to get out and check it out up close. Oh, another little traffic situation here. Looks like construction in the park. I wanted to get this on camera, riding through this junk. I wanted to make that as quick and painless as possible. I love that they're redoing the roads, but riding through that mess is always a challenge. That's beautiful. Wow, that's beautiful. Those poor guys in the Miatas driving through that machine that's kicking up all that dust. They're gonna have a lot of cleaning to do on all of those little cars. So while I'm guessing it's not peak today, it's pretty close to peak, and the danger with trying to time it, as you probably know, especially if you live in the parts of the country where you get really good fall foliage, is you could have a windstorm or a heavy rainstorm that just knocks the leaves down. And while it's only an hour-and-a-half drive for me to come out here again, I'm not going to come out again probably until the spring. And I meant to mention this at the very beginning of the video, but if you do not subscribe to my channel, I sure would appreciate if you would hit that subscribe and that bell notification button. It helps the channel tremendously. I don't feel comfortable asking you to like my videos until after they're complete, but I do want to ask you to subscribe if you don't already subscribe, and know that I do appreciate it. So up ahead is a real neat overlook of this gorge. So I'm going to pull over. These colors are really pretty right here. I'm going to pull here, and what I'm going to do is pick it up with the iPhone and take you really close to the gorge. And I think you're going to, oh, that's beautiful. And I think you're going to like it. Our next view will be even better. In fact, it'll be much better. I believe our next stop is at Inspiration Point, which is just an absolutely breathtaking view of this place. So part of the park is kind of flat as it follows the gorge, and then part of it is just really hilly and twisty, and this is the fun part. Unless you're behind a Honda Element, which takes some of the fun out of it, but that's okay. Oh, excellent. This is just beautiful. Now this is the park where we've been here before, where I had hoped that we'd see the train crossing the trestle over the gorge. I've seen that a few times, but I've caught it. I'm sure at one point with my iPhone long before I had the Spyder on video, or at least a photograph of it. But I'd love to get it on camera for this channel. I'd love it. Okay, so this is the spot for Inspiration Point, and this is just going to be breathtaking. Oh, we're going to get a nice end spot right here. Oh, I'll bet you cars don't want to park here because of this low-hanging vegetation, but with a Spyder, it's just fine. Okay, this is totally awesome. You're just gonna love this view. It's beautiful even without the fall foliage, but with the colors being the way they are, I think we're gonna get just a breathtaking view right there, and we'll be there momentarily.
I think it's turned on. You put it on photo.
These hills are what makes the park so incredible. And there's so much in the way of hiking trails here that follow this gorge, actually on both sides. We're gonna come up and out this way in a little bit, and when we're coming up this hill, the view of this waterfall, which is I believe the Middle Falls, as we're driving up, you'll see what I mean. It's just like breathtaking. I'm gonna stand up because we might get a little glimpse of it right now. So I don't know if you can see right there. It doesn't matter, we're gonna get up real close. And this, the Glen Iris Inn, this beautiful home, which is now a restaurant. There's a museum dead ahead here, but that was the home of Mr. Letchworth. I think his name was William Letchworth, but he was some kind of tycoon back in the 1800s, I believe, and this was his yard, basically. This beautiful special place in western New York was his yard, and he donated it to the state of New York to be used as a park. So I've not been in this. Okay, here you go, William Pryor Letchworth Museum. I've not been in there, but I should really stop in there sometime. It looks beautiful. That stonework. And so now we're going to get up real close to this waterfall. Now I'm going to get off the Spyder and take you there, but I'm not going to take up a lot of your time out there. I'm going to get you right up close and personal, and then we'll start shooting with the iPhone. But you're going to get a quick glimpse of it right now. Look right there. Isn't that something? Oh, and there's a train going over. I hope you can see that, because I won't be able to get there with the iPhone, but do you see the train? Let me get in the shade. That might give you a better... Wow. No one's behind me, so I'm going to just stay here for a little bit. Oh, people are behind me. I've got to go. That is awesome. I've talked about that train a couple of times on this channel. I should really be watching where I'm driving, but that train is a distraction for me. Okay, that was awesome. Now we are going to ride right by the Middle Falls. So that was the Upper Falls, I believe we just looked at, where the rail trestle goes by. The Middle Falls are just ahead. We're going to drive right by them. And the Lower Falls, further down that way, and we're not gonna, I don't think we're gonna see them today, but we're gonna get really close to the Middle Falls. Okay, there you go. I know you can see that. Oh yeah. We're gonna get a little closer to the wall here without hitting it, hopefully. Isn't that something? Wow. That is breathtaking. Now remember, my eye line is 6 inches higher than yours because of the way the camera's mounted. So now where we're going is to that rail trestle, right up close. And what I would just love is if another train came by while we were there, because that would be just something else. And we'll be there momentarily. So we're about to exit the park. So I believe this is from the original railroad trestle. We're about to exit the park, but the video is not over yet because I've got something planned for after we leave the park. We're going to drive about, I don't know, maybe 15-20 miles or so to a city, a small city called Warsaw. Not Warsaw, Poland, but Warsaw, New York. And there's a place there that I want to stop at. And I'm not going to tell you why I want to stop there, because I want it to be a surprise. But you're going to see it momentarily because we're going to pick it up there now. Wow, now that's a beautiful, I guess that's a maple tree. That is beautiful. As is this one in front of the church. So in this part of the country, wow, isn't that beautiful? In this part of the country, a lot of the ice cream stands are now closed. It's just past mid-October, and they've closed for the season. They'll open up again in, I don't know, May or June. But there's one place in Warsaw, and we're in Warsaw right now, right smack dab in the middle of downtown. There's a cute little place up ahead that I believe is open either year-round, or they're open, I believe, now. Actually, they're going to open at 2 o'clock, and it's almost 2 o'clock. I planned this just perfectly. It's called Yummies, appropriately. It's right on this little creek here, and I'm going to take you, it's my treat, I'm taking you to Yummies. Now, before I show you what we're going to order, what we're going to enjoy today, if you liked this video, if you'd please hit like, I sure would appreciate it. Isn't this neat? There's a creek right there. They got the old-time truck there. If you have any comments on anything we said, we talked about, please comment. And again, I'll ask you, if you don't subscribe, if you would do so, I sure would appreciate it. I'm going to park right here facing the creek, and I'm going to remember to put my parking brake on. It is on because I don't want to roll into the creek. That would not be good. So I'm going to show you what we're going to order. There's another one of those beautiful maple trees.